Welcome back to Own the World Plays Out of the Park Baseball. As the Chicago White Stockings, it is time for the 1888 off-season. So we are at the winter meetings. We're going to see if there's much. I think we're going to be waiting till after the draft to make any moves, so we're going to actually kind of start to move through this as quickly as we can. Something happened. The meetings ended. Awesome. So now on to Hall of Fame voting. We have received a trade proposal. They would send me Marty Sullivan, so they think I need to upgrade left field. Getting Heine Capel, I don't think that is who we're going to give up in this. I mean, I'd rather keep him around. And Ed Seward, yeah. That seems like an all-around bad deal for us. So we'll just ignore that insane offer. The Orioles center fielder, Mike Griffin, out for the year. Oh boy. Wow. Well, that is a big deal. That's a big loss for them. His best friend getting married. That is too bad. So, we have a full group of players now. So, Bill Craver, I think we've decided we're not going to go that route. He's an interesting case. Cherokee Fisher, we've passed on several times in Zeitlin. So now it becomes about these other guys. So, Dave Egler, 6-time Gold Glove, 2 World Series, 3-time All-Star, 15.7 WAR. Does he feel like a Hall of Famer? He feels like he had a few good years, a several-time All-Star, not really. Wes Fisler, 4 trophies, 1 playoff MVP award, 6-time All-Star. He played for us for a few years. He had a nice peak in there. Actually, I think he's one that is justifiable getting a vote. 1,279 career hits, but in a time when that's acceptable. 323 hitter, 25 WAR. I think that's going to be somebody we'll put on the ballot. Wes Fisler getting a vote. Frank Fleet is a reliever, so I don't think he's going to ever get it. He did start a few years, but he was not spectacular. So I think we'll pass him. Jimmy Halinahan. They're going to show his pitching stats. He was a hitter, though, more so. He only really started 1 year. I think that's going to be a hard pass. Scott Hastings, 1 World Series trophy. He didn't appear at an All-Star game. 766 hits, pass. Charlie Hodges, again, 2 World Series trophies, 1-time All-Star. I mean, he was our backup for several years. He only started for 4 years, so that's hard pass. Martin Malone, a reliever on the wrong side of 500 and an ERA of almost 5. Yeah, I think that's a hard pass. Dick McBride, 2 Cy Youngs, 1 trophy. He did have an ugly 30-loss season there at the end, but he really did accumulate and did a good job. I feel like Dick McBride is getting my vote. Joe McDermott, bad relief pitcher. Johnny Ryan, an even worse relief pitcher, 10-66. So those are the 2 gentlemen getting votes this year from me. Wes Icicle Fisler and Dick McBride. Just 2. So, if you feel any differently, please say so down in the comments. Trade proposal. Send me, you want me to have George Wood. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's good. You want Mark Baldwin, but you can't have Will. I mean, I think we feel like that experience is over, but that's the catcher of the future, even though it's ugly. Yeah. I mean, we'll discuss it. You can't have him. What else do you think you should get? A minor league closer? Let's see what Flotsam and Jetsam I can give you. How about some of that? And that. Well, we've got you to add more players into the discussion. Tim Keefe. We still haven't decided what to do with him. I mean, he's still hanging around. I do wish it would go back a little bit. Conway, I mean, he's only 22. We're not giving him Corcoran. Guth, I mean, anything else in here that, did I already throw Harry W. Smith in? Oh, I didn't. You adding anything more to the list? Dave Rowe. I mean, I think that's a reasonable one. I'll add him. I mean, if you're looking to shop him, it gives me another hitter, potentially. Takes him from Boston, right? I mean, he didn't start, but we're not really giving them anything in return. They have anything else they want to give up? Ezra Sutton, ancient. Not a leader, but he doesn't cause any trouble. I don't need that. Paul Hines. And would you give up Paul Hines? He won't make it happen. Frank Beck. I mean, it's just a flyer at this point. Okay, would you pay for something here? I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay. Basically, we are trading Dave Rowe, who we don't really need, who had 25 at-bats for us, for, I mean, I just don't see him having anything, ever being something, for George Wood. He's an above average. I think this is the trade we make. I'll take it. Why aren't you happy about the loss of Dave Rowe? Like, he's, I don't mean this the wrong way, but he's nothing special. We traded one corner outfielder for another with a bunch of people who will never play in the majors. I don't understand that rationale. Oh, George Wood, yes. Active roster. Cool. Would send me John Murphy? Why? I mean, we can collect more starters. Heine, Capel, and Seward. I'm not going to say no at this point, but that's kind of a... I think we'll ride with the three we got, as long as we'll start Casey. I mean, it's going to be Jimmy Ryan. Oh. So now we're really talking. Hallman, Gumbert, Kid Madden. Oh, yeah, you're asking for way too much. Way too much. First year player. If we have the 16th overall pick, there are 73 players. We will get 4 picks. Let's go ahead and start this draft. So Jack Crooks, It's the best player available, it looks like. And Cincinnati takes Dusty Miller. Not a bad choice. Herman Long goes to Louisville. Jack Crooks goes to Columbus. Billy Earl goes to Brooklyn. Bug Holiday to Philadelphia. And I think at that point, we're down to like 3-star players. Wow. Is that ugly? Amos Russi is the best player available. Has starter potential. Needs a little bit of control. He can also play the field. What's my scouting director think? McAleer? I think not. I think we'll shell out for Amos Russi. Yikes. I mean, overall, just yikes. There is nothing left. feel Charlie Bell has the most potential. What do you think? Dave Anderson? I mean, let's take the flyer there, I think. Wow. What do you want? You want Henry Shearer. Well, I mean, I'll let you draft him. I mean, at that point, these guys aren't ever going to see the light, see the majors. Thornton or Dunning? I mean, Thornton is a minor leaguer. I at least believe he's got some potential. Well, meet his demand. We may as well. Yeah. So, now that the draft is over, this is where we can start to put together the big trade. And I mean big trade. We're going to put Brothers up. And we'll go to AAA. And we will add Gumbert. Like, this should get anything we want. Let's see what package we can get. Yeah, we should get anything and everything. Germany Smith. Henry Larkin, like, they're putting up big stuff. Dick Johnston, that's not worthwhile. Jimmy Say. Tip O'Neill, I mean, that's not a move we really need to make. Fred Carroll. Arguably, that could be a move we make. Maybe willing to give up Gigas? Fred Pfeffer. Hub Collins. He's not quite what I'm looking for. We could go grab Dave Orr. Lou Bierbauer. Not hit yet. I mean, Jimmy Ryan. can't field. Okay, there's King Kelly, but he's on the way down. Tommy McCarthy can play the corners, but can't field. Let's see. Walt Wilmot, probably the best left fielder we could get, but okay, let me take him off. Let me just see what I can get for Gumbert by himself. Because what I can get's probably never been any bigger than this. Okay, I mean, we may just have to ride it a little longer. John Riley's up there. But what else would they give me in this deal? I mean, like if we are making this swap, and I'm putting Gumbert in here. Really? You don't think that's a good deal for you? Fascinating. Like, if I'm making this, I want to leave with... I mean, Ready Mac does provide something. Yeah, you want Tulsa. I just don't see it. Okay. So, Rule 5 draft time. We are going to protect Donnelly. And Al Mall. I think they are the only two left there. These guys, I don't care. Rat can move up. So, and Charlie Bell can move up. Okay. Now let's just be honest. Is there anybody in here that we want? No. So, 5 draft. Yeah, we are at the end. We don't really care. Auto draft the entire thing. Yep, there's nobody we want. Nobody made a single pick. Yeah, it was a pretty empty result there. So, Hall of Fame voting results. I hope these guys reacted to their bonus. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. 5 draft. And Dick McBride got the call. He's the only one. Cherokee Fisher, again, just short. Wes Fissler, 67.2. Interesting. I thought he'd have made it. So Jimmy Ryan, Hastings, Linehan, and Charlie Hodis all drop off. So we can look at that voting history. Yeah, I think everybody felt those 3 were the closest. So you can, going back, you can start to see who's been in. Inducted players, you see Dick McBride went in with a Philadelphia Quakers hat on. 98.1%. So, There we go. Now it's just roll till the preseason. Unfortunately, it looks like we're more or less running this back. I received a personal message. Oh, you decided to improve my budget. Bud Black. Yes, but what is that going to take? I'd love to have Bud Black. I'll throw Gumbert in. And by position, who's going? I mean, let's be honest. One of those guys has to go. I mean, it's a young crew. I mean, I'd give a Pete Conway in it. I'll pay for Pete Conway. I'll throw 900 down on it. What do you want? Yeah, we're still not there. So, I didn't think that was going to actually happen. So let's go until spring training begins. We received a trade proposal, which sent me Daisy Davis. I mean, I'd like to have Daisy Davis. Getting Heine Capel. And add Gumbert. I don't think I want to pull that one. I mean, they're asking for our top 2 prospects, and I don't think that really does enough. I mean, yes, we'd like to pursue Jim Handebo, but I don't think we have the pieces to get there. Like, no, that's not what we wanted. Again. So, you know, if we're making this type of a trade, I'm willing to throw Conway in. Like, that's fine. And Gumbert is our big piece of trade bait. But we're still players away. Like, that's not happening. We're just never going to have an ace. Okay, player development. Almol, John Thornton. Okay. That's relief pitcher. Amos Russi. He does need to get bumped up. He should be probably up there. Okay. So we play until spring training begins. The rich guy's okay. So preseason predictions. This at least gives us a ballpark, although it's usually all over the map. So it's got us winning 92, which, I mean, that's phenomenal. Thompson, Anson, and Fennelly and Brothers, so 4 big hitters. Now they're showing Keefe, Casey as our best pitchers, so we're going to have a fun year of pitching again. Hopefully we solve that problem before we get there. We go week by week here. Received a personal message. Okay. Players, yep. Abner Powell is better. Guth is not. Everybody's kind of all over the map. Next week. Next week. That's not looking good if we're playing that terrible a baseball here. Start. Injury sidelines goats for the season. George Getz. Oh, he was their second round pick, but he wasn't very good, so that's fine. It's one of those where you're like, well, that kind of doesn't matter. I received a trade proposal. Garbage and garbage. Like, I don't need him. That trade makes no sense. I mean, seriously, that trade made 0 sense. I wouldn't have gotten anything out of it. Today, finish today, finish today, finish today. There we go. So, now we've got to get our roster down to 25. So, Kylie can come down. Oh, Manziel is out of options. Okay. Well, he's trade bait. Burns, Dickerson, Wood. So let's see what we can put together for a who do you feel is the better one out left? You're still riding the Oyster Burns train. So let's put together a Dickerson Manziel deal. I'll pay for you to take him. Buttercup. So we can't get rid of these guys. Shop. It's 2 for 1 on roster spots. Ed Keese, a minor leaguer. Tom Sexton, shortstop, defensive shortstop. I mean, if that's what it comes to. Jake Evans. Okay, so a defensive player. Wait, what did it say for his scouting? He's an effort guy. George Pinkney. Dennis Casey. Don't like that. Ned Hanlon, Mike Manziel. Andrews, John Morrison. He is 29. That doesn't mean anything. Steve Matthias. Lee Richmond. Billy Sunday. I mean, he provides some speed. That might be the only reason you grab him. Pete Wood. Charlie Robinson. There's not much left there. Wow. I mean, he's got option years. Yeah. So, oh man, Charlie Comiskey. That's been a huge fall off. Does he have probably? He's got some left. Yeah, I know you think that's somehow something. I mean, would you throw Comiskey in? Okay. I do want Comiskey, but let's also see what else we have. Because that is going to get some of this roster down. Any of these other guys up here, easily giveawayable. I feel like I can stick Cyclone Miller in and it's not going to hurt us one bit. And if I pay for Cyclone Miller, I mean, this gets me 3 roster spots. I get some bodies. Gonna give you 900. Awesome. Take them. So, Billy Sunday gets added to the roster and goes here. Charlie Comiskey gets added to the roster and goes here. Got it. Woohoo. 6 outfielders. Fennelly and McGarry. I don't know if there's... Man, my collection of ancient people. Donnelly can come down. Anson Barkley, who is this Harris fellow? I don't know who that is. I don't think we need to keep him up. My catcher collection. I mean, that is getting to be bonkers. He's down. Hackett's down. I think Pop Snyder might be done. Yeah, Pop Snyder is done, so he is part of the trade bait. I mean, I think we're going to keep McGinnis up for now. Send Boyle down. So Pop Snyder is bait. That is a lot of pitchers. Backley. Cody. Contesh. Cunningham. Wall. 8. There's still... I think Powell can come down. Yeah, I think Powell can come down as well. I think that's who we're sending on this one. Pete Conway. Let's send Pete Conway down. He's still young. Which means I can move Comiskey up. Oh, and we were trading Pop Snyder, which is awesome, which means I can bring one more person up here. I mean, yeah, let's shop Pop Snyder around, see if there's any takers for anything here. Yeah, we'll get our roster down. Yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Snyder, you are coming down. You refuse to be demoted. So, yep. Pop Snyder, you are going down. We are going to bring Boyle up. McGinnis has good leadership skills. That's why he's sticking around. Baker is just kind of one of these general bodies. So, feel like it's probably our best group. I mean, Seward's ready to come up. Gumbert's ready to come up. We got Conway. Hallman. The next wave is getting to be here. I could trade Order or Schaefer. Yeah, I probably can't. Oh, you'll give me something for him? Awesome. Oh, another catcher. Bill Krieg. I can have Arthur Irwin back. He can't hit at all. I mean, he really can't hit. Dennis Casey. Mike Manziel. Steve Matthias. It's the same crew. It's always the same crew. Charlie Robinson provides depth, but it's not any depth thing. So Bill Krieg it is. I know, you don't think it makes any sense. But it's a 37-year-old player who can't field. So let's see what else they'll give us. I mean, Ezra Sutton provides a little bit more. Would you throw a 39-year-old Ezra Sutton in there? He doesn't want to come play with us. I mean, outside of that, I don't have much. Paul Hines, I mean, if I could have him, sure. So let me not pay for Ordor? Okay. Cool. Yeah. So that's for clubhouse chemistry, basically. We do go into the season with 4 catchers. I mean, how different is Krieg than McGinnis? I don't think McGinnis offers anything either. Well, so let's see what we can get. Put him on the block. This is turning the bottom of the roster, but we really could use a backup second baseman. Doesn't really matter. Pinckney, Kid Butler, Mike Manziel, Charlie Bastian. He can't hit well enough that it's worthwhile. I could have Jack Farrell back. He can't really hit anymore. Billy Reed. He can't hit or field. Charlie Robinson. He can't hit. So, I mean, if we're going to churn, let's churn. Who are these guys? I forgot about these guys. Bernie Graham, center right. Dennis Casey. I mean, George Pinckney at least adds a little bit of roster depth for us. Doesn't really do much very well, but I feel like that's a trade that's worth making. You have any other ancient people you'll throw around in this thing? Hardy Richardson? I mean, there's always something to Hardy. Okay, what do you want for that? Okay, you actually want value. Okay, you consider this a nothing burger. You'd pay me? Okay. Cool. So I think we've made our moves. George Pinckney now gets to join the team. And so we've got a 25-man roster. Now we feel like we can go into the season with. Till opening day. So let's see how they feel about all those moves. They feel it's a giant. So if spring training's indication, it's the Giants, it's us, it's Boston. And Philadelphia has made the move into that next tier. Yeah, we're supposed to win it all. Player development. Ball's down. Yes, we'd love to have Bob Black, but I doubt that's something that would happen. Let's read all of that. So, last version of preseason predictions says Pittsburgh and us should be in a dead heat. New York and Boston are behind. Well, that's just fascinating. And it looks like a more of an offensive year. So, Sam Thompson, brothers, Anson, all look like they are going to have big years. Corcoran and Buffington, they like as our pitchers. Yeah, they're predicting a much higher scoring environment this season. So, with that being said, I think that is where we will end this episode. And we'll see you in the next one when we start the 1889 season. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.